Hey guys, Megan Tennant here. Welcome back to my channel. I've got another video for you guys, obviously, since I'm here talking to you. Today's gonna be a fun video, and when I say fun, I mean fun for you. Today's video, of course, you probably already know because you probably read the title because you're smart like that, is me talking about my very personal 7 newbie writer mistakes. Number 1. Pantsers out there are gonna hate me for saying this, but my newbie writer mistake, number 1, was not outlining. So, my first book that I started writing was Aletheia. But back when I started writing it, it wasn't called Aletheia, and it was a very different book. And it started like 2 books earlier than Aletheia currently starts. It was bad times. But I had a good idea and I had a good world, and I was just ready to dive into it and just and do it. But I didn't have a plan, and I didn't think I needed a plan. So I just sat down and I started writing, and I kept writing, and I got like 5 chapters in, and I still had no idea where the book was going, and the characters were still in the same clearing where they started. It was bad. Shh, didn't happen. Outlining instantly, 1, gave my book direction and an actual plot and flow, but it also helped me realize before I put the work into it where there were going to be plot holes and where there were missing gaps. It allowed me to fix these issues before I hit them. Outlining. Do it. So I went, I followed my outline, things were going great, I wrote 15 chapters. And then I decided that I wanted to change my tense from past tense to present tense. And that was fine. I went back, I just changed the tense. Then I decided I wanted to make it first person, and I wanted to make it past tense again. And then I wrote another chapter, and then I decided that I wanted it to be first person present tense. So that was a lot of time that went into that. And I could have saved all of that time if I'd stopped and just taken, a day or 2 to actually think about what kind of POV and tense I wanted. Because once I stopped and thought about it, it was an easy answer. Newbie writer mistake number 3. This one still haunts me, and by still haunts me, I mean I have drawers full of just the skeletons of this mistake. Not organizing my ideas. I love world building, it's my thing, and character building and backstory. I love it so much. So when I first started writing, I was just pouring out ideas onto just random pieces of paper. So I just started accumulating these pages worth of ideas into a folder, and then next thing I knew I had multiple folders, and I can't throw them away because what if they're really good? But every time I go to try to sort through them, I can't bring myself to do it because you guys haven't seen my handwriting, but it's really bad. Terrible handwriting, and none of the pages are titled. So you pick up a page and you don't know if it's backstory or about a character or about a world. Sometimes I'll pick up a page and it's not even about Aletheia or the 7th River series. It's about some other random book idea I had out of the blue, and there's like 600 pages of this stuff, and I don't know what to do with it. I still honestly haven't solved this issue. So maybe it's not so much a newbie writer mistake as it is just a Megan flaw in general. I'm bad at organization. It's getting better. I haven't solved it yet. Newbie writer mistake number 4. When I started writing, I was so concerned with not being able to write enough words that I ran into the mistake where by the end of Aletheia, I had too many words, and I'd never even stopped to consider that I'd have to cut things. So Aletheia ended up being really long, and I cut it back some, but even then it's still kind of long. It clocks in at about 500 pages. That is a bit long for a dystopian book. Granted, it's like more new adult dystopian, so it gets to be a little longer than a YA. But if in the beginning I'd considered the fact that that was a possibility, I might have cut back a bit in my outline, cut out some scenes, condensed some things, but it just never even crossed my mind that that was something I should be paying attention to or be worried about. Newbie writer mistake number 5. Luckily, I learned my way around this one pretty quickly, and that was starting without learning the basics of writing. I decided I wanted to write a book, and I just sat down and started writing. I didn't pause to look up writing tips. Luckily, just a couple months in, I found Authortube, and I just started binge watching Authortube Authortube videos. But what you don't want to do is start writing and end up with a whole book worth and then go out and learn basic writing tips and realize that they're strewn throughout your entire book and you have to go back and fix them all, and some of them might be baked into your plot itself and into your characters, and they're unfixable without just doing a full rewrite. Newbie mistake number 6. Not keeping track of character profiles, details, or information. This is something that I'm still working on correcting after Aletheia, because you know, when you're in the first book and you're creating these characters, the details are fresh in your mind and you're thinking that you're not going to forget them, because how could you? How could you forget the eye color of one of your favorite side characters? But then, you know, you finish the book and you edit the book and you publish the book, and a couple months go by and you realize that you actually don't remember the eye color of that one side character that you thought you knew so well. And then you have to go back and you have to dig through your own book to find it. Keep track of the character profiles from the start. And I am doing that now, from now on forward. I didn't do that for Aletheia, so now I get to go back and reread Aletheia a billion times so I can remember all of the little details. If the scar was on the right side of his face in the first book, it's gotta be on the right side of his face in the later books, because people who binge read your series will notice that stuff and it will make them very, very angry. Newbie writer mistake number 7 is not knowing the difference between tropes and cliches. People are scared to read dystopia because all the cliches, so I set out just dead set on purging anything that even resembled the cliche from my book. I went through and I spent like 2 weeks reading through every single list and watching every single video and every single Reddit comment of anyone ever complaining about a dystopian cliche, and trying to ingrain each of them in my mind, trying to avoid them, put twists on them, flip them a little on their heads, and in that also losing most of the tropes, which causes some issues in theme and just relatability of a story. If you hate dystopian cliches, go read Aletheia, it's probably a good idea. But if you really like dystopian tropes, I kind of over-murdered them all. This one's a very personal Megan issue. I don't think this is something a lot of people face. But in summary, cut out cliches, but don't slice all of the tropes from your story. So yes, those are my greatest newbie writer mistakes. You can bask in the glory of knowing those now. If you share these mistakes, let me know in the comments down below so I can feel better about them. I'm kidding, you don't have to do that. I won't make you. If you want to see more of this, give it a thumbs up, give it a share. I'll do a part 2, part 3, part 4. I don't know how many newbie writer mistakes I had, but I feel like I can go on for at least 4 more videos of sets of 7. So if you liked this, thumbs up. That's how I know that I should do more. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you are subscribed, there's a bell that does things. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.